Final Fantasy VII. It's one of those games that the internet seems very divided on. Many people consider it the best Final Fantasy game ever made, while others just want to see it burn. But whether you love it or hate it, you can't deny that Final Fantasy VII is one of the most open-ended games out there. There's so much stuff to do they needed 3 whole discs to hold it all. You can do battle with the fierce weapons, explore the long-lost secrets of the Gelnica, play in the Wonder Square arcade at the Gold Saucer, and, of course, breed chocobos. Yes, chocobo breeding is one of those things that will massively bloat your playtime, as you struggle to obtain the ultimate golden chocobo. But boy, is that reward worth it. Mountains? Bro, I've got a gold chocobo. Rivers? Bro, I've got a gold chocobo. The entire ocean? 2 words. Gold chocobo. Not to mention you can totally screw with Midgar Zalem. Haha, screw you, Zalem. But breeding a gold chocobo legitimately can take forever. Heck, I had pretty good luck with the RNGs and it still took me 7 hours. Mostly due to all the racing you need to do to get your chocobos to the right class. And the only alternative is to beat Ruby Weapon, which I'm pretty sure you need to be Elite Hack Sword just to do with Knights of the Round. To get Knights of the Round, you need, you guessed it, a gold chocobo. However, there is a way to glitch the game into letting you breed a gold chocobo without racing, and that's what I'm going to show you today. First you want to buy 62 cracker greens. I bought 72 because I forgot how to math. But the exact number you buy isn't too important as long as you have at least 62. These are to feed your chocobos, so you'll also need some greens to catch chocobos. I got Kyriel greens because it's a nice balance between effectiveness and price. You'll also need a Saraha nut for this, so if you don't already have one, now's a good time to buy one. If you don't have enough gil to buy all this, don't fret, just master an all materia and sell it for 1.4 million gil. Trust me, it'll be enough. Now, I'd suggest putting the Kyriel greens at the top of your items menu to ensure that chocobos don't get away before you can give them the greens. Next, you'll want to come to this location on the northern continent, in the grassy area near Bone Village. Run around until you encounter Vlacarados, one of these red dinosaur things, and repeatedly use steel or mug until you get a carob nut. Now do it again. Since it happened anyways while I was doing this, here's a bonus glitch. If you give Vincent a level 2 or mastered steel materia, giving him the command mug, and make sure he's equipped with one of these weapons, and then input a command before he's finished with the mugging animation, assuming the enemy doesn't attack first, the animation for your command will skip. Damage will be applied normally, and you'll still lose MP for magic or summons, but it's nice to not have to sit through the whole animation for KOTR. Now go to Goblin Island, this spot here on the map, run around in the forest, and mug some goblins until you get a Zeo nut. Now all we need is the chocobos. First of all, equip some chocobo lore materia. I'd advise 2 level 3 or mastered materia, as that'll give you a quadruple chance of encountering a chocobo. Now go to the northern continent and run around in the chocobo tracks in the snow here. We're going to want to catch a wonderful chocobo. How will we know if it's wonderful? By the enemies around it. If it has only 1 or 2 jumpings, aka rabbits with it, then it's wonderful. But if there are any Bandersnatches in the fight, don't even bother catching the chocobo, as it'll be weak and we won't be able to use it for breeding. Now go to the Medieval area here and run around in these chocobo tracks. This time we want a chocobo with 1 or 2 spirals, which means it's a great chocobo. If there are headhunters around the chocobo, it'll just be fair, so ignore those. Now the glitch begins. Walk as close as you can to the chocobo farm on the world map without entering it. Now save the game and hard reset. On the PlayStation, this is done by pressing the reset button. On PC, just press Alt F4 to close the game window, then relaunch the game. Go through the normal motions of loading your game, but as soon as you've selected the game to load, hold down left. If done correctly, it will look like you loaded the game in the Chocobo farm, when you actually loaded it in the world map, but ran into the Chocobo farm faster than the game could load the map. This is a very important technique as it screws with how the game loads which flags are set, and will result in making the game think your Chocobos are higher class than they are, which is how we're skipping the racing. Once inside the Chocobo farm, go to Chocobilly and move your great Chocobo into a stable. If you perform the technique correctly, it should be female. If not, get a little closer to the Chocobo farm and try again. If it worked, next you'll want to move the wonderful Chocobo into a stable. This one should be male. I named mine Great and Wonder, but that has no impact on the glitch. Now leave the Chocobo farm and perform the hard reset technique again. Next, you want to feed one Crack-A-Green to any Chocobo. Now mate the two Chocobos, and make sure you choose the female first. Give them a carob nut, and if you've done everything correctly, you should have a female blue Chocobo. Now leave the Chocobo farm and fight 6 battles. This will make sure your Chocobos are ready to breed again. Now perform the hard reset technique again. Now feed any Chocobo 50 Crack-A-Greens. Yes, you heard me right, 50. Now mate your yellow Chocobos again, choosing the female first, and with a carob nut. This time the result will be a male green Chocobo. Leave, fight 8 more battles, and do the hard reset thing again. Feed any Chocobo 5 Crack-A-Greens, mate your blue and green Chocobos, again selecting the female first, only this time with a Saraha nut, to get a female black Chocobo. Now fight 3 more battles and go back to the farm. Select mating Chocobos and select the black Chocobo. If you can't select it, do the hard reset thing. If you can't, leave, fight 4 more battles, then do the hard reset thing. This is it, the home stretch. Feed any Chocobo 6 Crack-A-Greens, and mate your black Chocobo with your wonderful Chocobo, selecting the female first. Give them a Zeo nut, and boom! Is that? It is! That's right, you now have yourself a gold Chocobo. Feel free to ditch your high wind, you won't be needing it now. Thanks for watching. You know where the like and subscribe buttons are? Just click them. Of course, if you want to keep up to date with all of my doings and whatnots, follow me on Twitter. Also, I reply to everything I get on Twitter, so that's a good way to get in touch with me. And a big thanks to Soul Craig, who made the Lavender Town remix that is my intro theme. If you want to hear the full song or check out his other work, click here. Sayonara, Shoga-Gun.